dark. Excuse me. There we go. Awesome. Hey, what's up, people? This is Trade Financials, brought to you by High Velocity Accounting. My name is Brett Neal. I'm going to be your host. I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to break away from traditional accounting and to provide an outlet, an alternate means for the trades that have gone out on their own to start your own business or ready to kind of put your numbers together. We're here to help. So if you are a small business owner in the trades, plumbing, electrical, roofing is one of the ones that we're starting to get into. I just got bought into a roofing company, Armament Coatings and Roofing here in Fresno. I'm really excited to watch it, blow up, kind of like really take off. So, we're going through all the rhythms of branding and looking for people and putting stuff into place. With that company, we're going to be using House Call Pro. So just give you a little bit of background. As I said, my name is Brett Neal. My wife and I, Seisha, we work together in High Velocity Accounting, where we specialize in accounting for HVAC professionals primarily. We work with companies that use House Call Pro, Nexstar, that work with companies, coaching companies such as Praxis, Nexstar. Did I say Service Titan over Nexstar? We work with Service Titan, House Call Pro, and we work with coaching companies such as Nexstar and Praxis. Where do we fit in? Well, we try to kind of connect the dots, and as I like to say, from cradle to grave. So for a lot of small business owners that have elected to become an LLC or a corporation or an S corporation, something like that, they have business income tax returns, and then they also have individual income tax returns. And some of you guys might also own stuff like real estate or residential rental, or maybe you're involved in other partnerships. Well, at the end of the day, your business, if you're an S corporation, may or may not have taxes, local taxes, state taxes, but it doesn't have a federal tax, but it still generates income tax for you as well as other income items, whether it be Bitcoin, sale of stock, right? Capital gains. If you're in California, maybe you sold your home for more than the exclusion amount, just stuff like that, right? W-2s from different people in the family that all contribute to your individual income tax return. As a whole, you want to put together tax planning. So it's not really where Trade Financials kind of fits in, but that's really what High Velocity Accounting is all about. I like to say from cradle to grave, we really want to take care of you and make sure that we understand cash flow, right, from beginning to the end. So we are thinking about tax projections, tax planning, tax forecast, and then as well as income tax preparation, and then kind of reset those numbers. And we look at long-term and short-term planning. Always the question, should I lease or should I buy? Well, in a sense, we have that answer for you, depending on where you're heading in the next 2, 3 to 5 years. So, shake it off a little bit. Just kind of excited to start this off and kick it off. I'm going to try to be out here every week and drop a show. And we'll start talking about the ins and outs of what I call the 4M framework. The first one is maintenance, which is accounting, kind of the day-to-day basics, dry nuts and bolts of it all, right? The tedious ins and outs of accounting. Then becomes metrics, which includes financial statement preparation, metrics, KPIs, looking at that stuff on a repeat basis, whether it be weekly or monthly, depending on the size of your organization, and taking that opportunity to roll that into the third M, which is management. Having financial statements that you can look at on a regular basis and navigate the ship with, kind of put you in the cockpit with your management team to say, hey, what did we do right? What are we doing wrong? What changes do we need to implement? Did this initiative work? Did that campaign work? Right? What drove sales? Where did we take a hit last month? And be able to pivot. So financial statements are definitely, planning, budgeting kind of comes from the financial statement preparation. And then the last one is money. which is really the fallout of all the work and everything that you do, but not to be finished there, right? So money involves long-term financial planning, return on capital, return on assets, return on investment, really looking at it from more of a CFO type position, right? Really a mile high, 30,000 feet kind of view, so that um, you're not also just driving the ship for the business, but for yourself as well. Take advantage of income tax loopholes, right, within the business to better structure your ultimate and total cash flow. I know EBITDA is what everyone's talking about. I also like to talk about EAT, which is earnings after tax. That's really what you're left with in your own pocket as a small business owner, for most small business owners. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to put that out there. What is Trade Financials? Trade Financials itself is going to be a class that we are going to offer as a learning management system, and we're going to talk about the kind of the ins and outs of all of those, the forum framework. The class is either going to be 6, 8, 10 weeks, depending on what you would like to do and how you would like to sign up. It's really going to be one-to-one or one-to-many, depending on kind of how many sign up and where we start to go with it. But true interaction, really touching base with what your financial statements are, how it's working with either your House Call Pro or Service Titan account, making sure that everything's flowing properly, and whether it be a business unit or a type of financial statement presentation that you need, so that you can understand your numbers. On top of that, we will do planning, projections, and budgeting. And then we have some fun software items that we bring you into to really help with like cash flow projection and just kind of put the big picture together. So I'm going to be touching base once a week, creating narratives, videos that kind of explain what Trade Financials is, what some of those processes look like within our standard operating procedures, and how we kind of drive the ship for accounting and making it efficient for the trades. Yep. So nervous as hell on this one, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. My name is Brett. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you next week.